Hey, welcome to Wise Bites TV, the hub where conversations on software, business, AI, and marketing intersect with culture. I'm your host, Dean, and today's episode will be exploring the world of event marketing as a strategic marketing approach. Marketing concepts and tactics are important, and they all have a role to play, and they all seem to have their own character. SEO marketing is like the know-it-all, nerdy Urkel. Paid media is sort of the ruthless, analytical type like Dexter. Email marketing is that kid that everyone knows, but no one really knows. Referral marketing is like Chandler from Friends. He's talking to everybody, he's an engaging people. But event marketing is the life of the party. It's the like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Everybody likes him, everybody gathers around him, and everybody remembers him. In addition, event marketing has a special place in my marketing heart because it's satisfying, it's fulfilling. When you do something with SEO Urkel and the know-it-all Dexter for paid media, it's fun and it's impactful. A lot of that can really turn a business around or scale a business. But however, event marketing, when you see people at an event that you put together for marketing effort, it's just more fulfilling. It's very tangible. And so when you add it to your toolbox of marketing, it is something that boosts the morale of the team. Now, there's other benefits, of course, that we'll get into, but that's just one of the reasons why it makes it so powerful is people tend to like it. They're working, they're putting all these pieces together, and then it culminates in something that's visual and tangible, and you feel like you've accomplished something. Okay, so you might ask, well, who is event marketing best suited for, and why should I incorporate it into my marketing toolbox? Just picture this. It's a warm summer evening. Well, not here in Arizona because that would be blistering warm and uncomfortable, but it's a breezy, warm summer evening somewhere else, and you're strolling through a bustling street in a charming downtown, and you hear music playing. In the air, you smell some food, and you go around the corner, and there's a bar set up, and people are sitting in there drinking, and it is put on by a local brewery. So what's happening is that's an engaging and memorable experience that local brewery, which we'll name Hopscotch Haven, that they're putting on. So Hopscotch Haven is causing you to have good memories, and they're drawing you into an experience, right? And that's the important thing of event marketing. So as you sit there and you sip on some beer and you have some snacks, that's building up loyalty, even if you're not a customer. If you are a customer, it just increases that engagement and loyalty. But you're building loyalty to that brand with everybody when you put on a good event. And so that's the power of it. Is what happens is all your subsequent events, marketing events, social posts, emails that go out, a postcard, an ad in some local newspaper, all of that stuff is going to have an astronomically higher conversion rate because you set this experience that people look upon you fondly. You might be asking, well, do I really need event marketing? Well, you can say that about any of the, dozens of marketing, tactics and concepts out there. But specifically for event marketing, like, what do you want to accomplish? Well, let's say brand awareness. That's going to be phenomenal for you. If you're a local brewery like Hopscotch Haven, it's going to create brand awareness for you. And there's things that you can do on a repetitive nature so you can scale it. So you can have some piggyback onto some event that your town or city does on a regular basis, piggyback onto that annual event, and you do it. Or for Hopscotch Haven, let's say you get a new beer flavor once a month or once a quarter or whatever, you then can come up with a process on how you can execute it, and you do it every quarter, and you're going to build a following. Guaranteed you build a following where people look forward to it. And you have a beer tasting or a beer introduction, a beer launch party where you have a new food and the new flavor, and you invite people to do it. Also is customer loyalty, like we hit on. When a customer experiences something, their loyalty is going to skyrocket when they experience something positive. So you have to make sure you do a good job. And then at the end of the day, what is our ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal is to increase sales. So you want to set your goal for your event. And it's probably not increase sales. That would be my guidance. Your goal would be to engage, to expand your customer footprint, to introduce who you are to a grander array of people. But your actual sales goals would be on your subsequent marketing efforts, because they're going to be more successful because you just laid the groundwork for this. Another answer to the question of why do I really need event marketing is what other way can you showcase your unique value proposition? Let's say there's something about your decor at your place, or the attitude from your staff, or the unique flavor of types of beer that you have, or your food. How else? Let's say that's your top value proposition. How else do you get that across? Well, there's no better way than to do it with an event. You can have the best postcard go out, the best social post, picture of some food or whatever, and it could be incredibly powerful and persuasive. But when somebody's actually at an event and they eat it and they post like, hey, I was just at Hopscotch Haven, best wings in town, that is more powerful, and that experience is going to persuade more people to come. So that's one of the biggest reasons that you want to say, well, is this for me? Okay, so let's say you're intrigued and you're asking, well, how do I get started? Well, number one is set your objective. We touched on the fact that you don't want to get lost in sales, right? If that's not what your main goal is, and again, that's what I counsel that it shouldn't be. If your main goal is engagement with new people, okay, write it down, because everything that you plan around that has to be towards engagement of new people. Another thing is you want to identify your target audience, like any marketing tactic. Make sure you write it down, because if the act of writing it down, you'll realize, well, I'm kind of missing this group or that group. Write it down. Think about it. Write it down. It'll make when you write your social posts and all that stuff, it'll make it easier. Then you want to brainstorm event ideas. I think we talked about having a monthly or quarterly new beer flavor launch, right? That's for Hopscotch Haven. That's something, good. But for your business, whatever it may be, just brainstorm some ideas. And of course, we're always open for that. You can hit us up and we'll be happy to, brainstorm some ideas for you. So the other one seems like a no-brainer, but it's often just completely put aside. Develop a budget. Once you have a budget, you work everything within that. There's so many times where people are like, oh, I want to do an event, and they start doing all these different things, and they don't realize that they've, wildly outspent what they intended to in their mind. So develop a budget and then try and break it down. Like, I'm going to spend this much for entertainment, or this much for free food, or this much for advertising, and then stay within it. Once you budget, you can create a promotional plan. Create a plan. Write down, make a simple marketing calendar. Write down what you're going to do. Use AI and say, write me out content or promotional calendar for this event I want to do, this quarterly beer tasting, beer launch event. And it'll help you. It'll get you started on there. So, plan it. Then, of course, you have to plan and organize the event, the logistics, which is important. It takes a lot of work. And there's a piece in there that's just often overlooked. Train your staff. When I used to put on events when I worked at casinos, we were such a big organization, right? We had multiple locations, 24 hours a day employees. And so it was really hard to get a message to anybody, because we had different departments, from hospitality to maintenance to servers, working 24 hours a day. And so what I started to do is I would create a mini promotion. So whatever the promotion that we had, giving away a car or whatever, we would mimic it and mirror it and make a smaller version just for employees, and in like the common areas, like the employee dining area. We would go ahead and have this little event. And that was our way of introducing and training the staff. So you want your staff to know what's going on. When people are at the event and they have a certain question, everything should be dialed in, because this is about building the experience. So don't do all of this work and then at the last day, you don't execute that, and people can't answer questions. People don't know where to park, and it becomes a bad experience. So train your staff. Okay, so the last thing is as the person putting it on, whoever it's the owner, the marketing manager, the face or the faces of the company, is engage with your attendees. Don't do all the tactical work and the logistical work that day. Have it already done and other people taking care of it, because your job is engagement. And so that's what you want to do. You want to spend your time and you want to engage with your new pool of customers. All right, so you might be asking, so before Hopscotch Haven puts in the effort and the money, or your business puts in the effort and money, is there any data that illustrates the possible growth from using event marketing like this? And I'm just going to read a few because it is significant, it's proven, and it's powerful. So 95% of marketers agree that live events provide attendees with valuable opportunities to form in-person connections in an increasingly digital world. That's an important element to remember. This contradicts the digital world we live in, and it's something that people strive to have in their lives. According to a study by Event Marketing Institute, 74% of event attendees say they have a more positive opinion about that brand than prior to the event. 52% of business leaders believe that event marketing drives more ROI than any other marketing channel or tactic. A study by Harvard Business Review found that customers who participated in a brand's event spent 30% more on that brand compared to customers that did not attend an event. So be Barney. Be the life of the party. Event marketing offers a powerful opportunity for businesses like Hopscotch Haven to stand out in a competitive landscape. So create a memorable experience and foster brand loyalty. Hey, thanks for joining us. Please subscribe and check out our other videos and share any topics you'd like to cover. Thanks. This is Dean.